Because God forbid you wear the same shirt within a 10-day period, one of them's gonna notice. All of a sudden just look at you funny like, this motherfucker's got the same shit he had on last Tuesday. And then the whole car's like, oh, shit! Then everybody just starts making fun of your fucking clothes. First they do the math, like, what was that, 5 days ago? 5 days? This motherfucker got 5 shirts! He got 5 shirts! And they start breaking it down. Yo, his first shirt be saying Monday, next shirt be saying Tuesday. Yo, on the weekend, he ain't be wearing no shirts.
Hey everyone, hope everyone had a great day, great weekend. And I've been doing a lot of traveling, been playing a lot of live poker, and been meaning to get this video out. It's actually a recycled video to go along with Christopher Mitchell's recycled scams. He's back to his blackjack, online blackjack bullshit, which he started off in the beginning. And then in a few months, he'll be back to his baccarat. And then after that, he'll be back to his roulette. And this cycle goes on and on and on. All right. And I've already made this point numerous times. I'll make it again. He always claims to be playing live, which he's never live ever. He's never played live ever. If he did, you'd see a live stream. You'd see him playing live. All right. Just like in these pics here, you'll see he streamed live. He streamed live from the airport. And then he claims he was live. All right. And then he'll do everything possible to make you try to believe he's playing live. All right. But he's never played live because it's one big scam. All right. He gets fake money and he'll continue to play and play and play until he has a winning session, and then he'll post it. All right. It's a video. It's a screen recorded video. That's all it is. He's not live, and he only posts the winning ones so that he can go back and say, hey, I win all the time. You can do it too. Pay my $99. Yada, yada, yada. Bullshit. And so, yeah. All right. So, again, just to show once again and prove, as we always do, he's one big fat lying scam. Okay. Now, we've already touched on this before about his no bust strategy. All right. Let's watch these clips and then we'll address it at the end.
This is going to be the #1 blackjack video that you could ever watch. I absolutely promise you. Save this video in your favorites, and every single time you're going to play blackjack, watch this video. Let me teach you my personal Christopher Mitchell's winning blackjack strategy. It works 100% guaranteed.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
When the dealer's dealing the cards out, if the first 2 cards that are dealt to you are 12, 13, 14, anywhere above 12, you do not take a hit. Ever.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
You absolutely must. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is 100% non-negotiable. You absolutely must martingale your bets when you lose.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Most people who play the game of blackjack are complete, utter freaking idiots. There, I said it. I'm not going to apologize. It's the truth. Most people don't know how to play blackjack because they've been brainwashed. They've been mentally programmed by the casino to play by what's called the basic blackjack scam book. I meant strategy guide. Did I say scam book? I meant to say basic blackjack strategy guide, which is a scam. It was created by the casinos. It was created by the casinos. It was created by the casinos.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
To get you brainwashed to play by their rules so you lose. If everybody in the world played blackjack the way that I'm teaching you, guess what? Casinos would no longer offer blackjack because everybody would win. But never. Let me say it again. Never. So how long is never? It means never. There's no exceptions. There's no ifs, ands, ors, or buts. Never means never under any circumstances. You're never going to split any hand whatsoever. If you're dealt 2 aces, you're not going to split. If you're dealt 2 eights, you're not going to split. If the dealer has a bust card and you've got 2 twos or 2 threes or 2 fours, you're never going to split.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I hope somebody writes below in the comment section, when are you going to split? And just write never. You're never going to double down. I don't care if your first 2 cards are at 10 and the dealer's got a 6 card as their up card. You're not going to double down.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I'll tell you why, because I get hundreds of emails a day from idiots. I'm not going to apologize. And people ask me questions that I've already answered in my videos. You never split, you never double down, period, end of discussion.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Every little detail blackjack information he spewed goes up against mathematics, completely opposite of what mathematics is, as well as anyone, and I mean anyone, in the Blackjack Hall of Fame. Okay? Mathematics proves everything he says is bullshit. We're going to get to that in a second. As well as everybody in the Blackjack Hall of Fame, proven winners. All right? That would be like Christopher Mitchell trying to tell LeBron James how to play basketball. That'd be like Christopher Mitchell trying to tell Tom Brady how to play football. And is whatever people says to do, you do the opposite. No, you do the opposite and you go broke. We already went over this, okay? So with that said, I reached out to my buddy Colin Jones. If anybody doesn't know Colin Jones is, he's the co-founder of Blackjack Apprenticeship, has the best free videos out there that can help teach anybody that's really interested, not like, some half-ass people that are interested on how to card count. So I reached out to him. Oh, and Colin Jones is known for the Holy Rollers. I'll even put the link in there. It's a great documentary where he co-founded the church team. It's an awesome documentary where they won $4 million. I encourage anybody to take a look at it. It'll be in the description below. So I reached out to him in an email and it says, basically, don't laugh. but you can find out the EV. Can you find out the EV of someone using a no bust strategy with martingale betting system without doubling down or splitting ever on a 3-2 or 6-5 game playing $25 hands? Colin replies, "Oh, geez, that's going to be really bad. Martingale doesn't affect EV; it just affects variance. But the rest of it really, really is bad. I'm running other sims right now, but I might have time to run this just for the hell of it, Colin." And then Colin emails me back, "Sims are running, but it looks 72 times worse than basic strategy. I've never seen a strategy this bad." All right. So with that said, the simulator, and what anybody that doesn't know what CVCX, it's a simulator. It basically is what amateurs and professional blackjack players use to input the best strategy depending on the odds, the rules of the game, anything. Okay, and it basically simulates hands. Well, Colin ran not 1 million, not 10 million, but he input a 1 billion. That means the simulator ran 1 billion times the strategy and hands dealt. All right. And it came back negative $725 per hour. Not per day, not per month, per hour. That means if you do his strategy, you will lose expected value in the long run of approximately $726 per hour. That's 72 times worse than basic strategy that he says don't ever do. That mathematics proves it's the way to go. How anybody counts cards is a 3-step system. Master basic strategy, master high-low counting or whatever count that you feel comfortable with, and basic strategy deviations when it's called upon. All right. So to recap, if you're playing $25 bets and you're just playing with basic strategy card, your expected loss is $11 an hour. Okay. Now, if you're going to play those same $25 bets using Christopher Mitchell's retarded idiocy, no bust, no splits ever, no doubles ever, blackjack strategy, you're expected to lose $726 an hour. Okay? Let me repeat that. If anyone listens to this fucking moron clown using his no bust, no splits, no doubles, blackjack strategy, playing $25 bets, your expected loss is $726 an hour. All right? And that's what the math says. That's what simulations proved. All right? And we're going to watch a video here. And I'm going to post Colin Jones from Colin Jones. He's made a couple of videos about no bust strategy and what the math says. And I'm going to post his link. Anybody that wants to learn blackjack by the master for free videos with all math-based answers, definitely go to his link, okay? So with that said, let's watch this clip or video.
Blackjack, if you bust, you lose. Even if it turns out that the dealer had an awful hand and they would have busted too. So what if you use a strategy where you never hit a hand that could bust? Is that the magic secret to being the game of blackjack? I'm Colin from Blackjack Apprenticeship, and we've trained more successful card counters than anyone. And in this video, I'm going to explain the math behind the no bust blackjack strategy. Hey, I'm Colin from Blackjack Apprenticeship. I'm here with my good friend David, aka Loud and Often. And David, you know the feeling when you have an awful hand. And so what do you do here?
I'm terrified. I want to take a hit, but I don't want to bust.
Okay, so let's say you take a hit, but then you bust, you lose your $10, and then the dealer shows that they had a terrible hand. If you would have stayed, the dealer would have busted, and you'd be $20 richer than busting and losing that $10? What if you just never hit a hand that can bust? And we've been training blackjack players for a long time. We do these things called blackjack boot camps that we hold in Vegas. And I remember a guy coming to me, it was on day 2 of the boot camp. So day 1, we're explaining the fundamentals of beating blackjack. Day 2, he says, Colin, I watched this guy play and he just couldn't lose. He was winning. And so I asked him, what are you doing to win so much? He says, well, if I have a hand that could bust, I just never hit that hand. I let the dealer bust. And he says, Colin, is it that simple? Well, is it that simple?
No.
Unfortunately, no. Here's the problem. If the dealer is showing a 7 or higher, then the average hand that they're going to make is actually an 18.4. If you stay on 12 through 16, if you stay on one of these hands that you say, well, I don't want to bust, I want to let them bust, you're actually setting yourself up to lose much more often than if you were to take the risk of hitting your hand. So why don't people want to hit 12 through 16?
They don't want to bust.
Like psychologically, it's more painful to feel like you were a part of you losing your hand than to just be the innocent bystander of the dealer beating you. But the math is astonishing. If you follow this no bust strategy, it gives the casino about a 4% edge over you as a player. If you follow basic strategy, which says to hit 12 through 16 against the dealers, 7 or higher, then you're gonna have about a 0.5% disadvantage. So that means that you're gonna lose 8 times more money by following the no bust strategy than by following proper basic strategy. Think of it this way. If you follow basic strategy at blackjack and betting $25 a hand, at the end of an hour, your expected loss as far as the math of the game is you're gonna lose about $12 or $13 per hour just betting $25 and following the basic strategy chart. If you say, well, I don't wanna bust, so I'm gonna follow this no bust strategy, you're gonna expect to lose about $100 per hour. So $12, $13 an hour of negative expectation, or $100 an hour of negative expectation. I don't know about you, but I don't want to lose 8 times more to the casino.
No.
Even though it hurts in your heart to hit this hand and bust. What do you got to do?
It's the right decision.
So how do you know it's the right decision?
Because you know that more cards will help you than hurt you over time.
And is there somewhere you can learn this proper decision for every hand?
Well, you start with basic strategy.
So what's this basic strategy, David?
Hands like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are going to hit against the dealer's face card.
Yeah, so basic strategy is a chart. You can download it from our website for free, and mathematical simulations were run to show the proper way to play every hand of blackjack. The mathematically proper. That doesn't mean you're going to win every time you hit a 13 against a dealer's 10, but it gives you the best odds over the long haul. And the problem is some of these hands, they're a losing hand. What that means is you're going to lose, it's negative expectation, whether you hit or stand, but you're going to lose more money if you follow this no bust strategy than if you follow
basic strategy.
Basic strategy.
Basic strategy isn't just enough to get you over the edge. It's enough to lose less, but there's more.
That's right. If you want to actually beat the game of blackjack, you need more than basic strategy.
So again, running 1 billion hands through a computer simulation, again, comes out to $11 an hour, $25 a hand if you're using the basic strategy, and you're losing $726 a hand if you're using Christopher Mitchell's retarded no bust strategy, okay? And again, we've proved it all time and time again. He's just one big full of shit scammer. And again, he gets commissions. Anybody that jumps on board to his to Betonline, the most fraudulent casino out there, he gets commissions on your losses. So not only is he teaching you to lose, but he's making money, 35% on your losses. So for every $100 you lose to the casino, he makes $35 of that money goes to him. All right. And he's so long, suckers. So again, I've been meaning to get this video out. I'll get more out. And he's back to his fake testimonials from some truck driver. And he actually goes to a truck stop, all right, to make it all edited, to make it all, like I said, one big edited video. And we'll touch on that. Okay, we're going to actually repost a real testimonial, all right, about what it's like to pay Christopher Mitchell, all right. But he's out of Vegas now, ran him out, Now he's hiding down in Texas, and he'll resurface. He'll pop up. He'll screw up, and then we'll get him then. So that said, have a great night, and hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it's been so long. Been out again traveling back and forth to Florida, playing a lot of live poker. So with that said, have a great night.